As part of the Chesapeake Bay Parasite Project, researchers and citizen scientists in the Marine Invasions Lab track population changes of white-fingered mud crabs in the Chesapeake Bay. These are really small crabs, no bigger than the size of your thumbnail, and are very common throughout the bay.
Most of the volunteers are coming out to the dock and processing all those collectors, pulling all the crabs out of the traps, which is a huge endeavor. It requires a lot of people and a lot of hours. So we couldn't do nearly what we do with this project without volunteers.
These crabs provide an important source of food to larger animals like fish, birds, and blue crabs. In many parts of the bay, the white-fingered mud crabs are infected by an invasive parasite called Loxothylacus panopaei. Call them Loxo for short. Loxo are barnacles, although they don't look or act anything like the barnacles that grow on docks and shorelines. When Loxo are still swimming as larvae, they infect the mud crabs and take over the crab's nervous system, essentially turning it into a zombie. The parasite changes the infected crab's anatomy and behavior and forces the crab to care for developing parasite eggs and larvae. The parasite is important and interesting to track because we think the variability in the parasite at different sites in the bay has to do with salinity and temperature. This year, we've also been collecting data about Loxo from 6 core sites in the Rogue River. We continued to sample these 6 sites in October, December, February, and March, and found that the percentage of parasites is higher in the winter months than in the summer months.
We started bi-monthly sampling to really look at on the seasonality of the Loxo reproduction. And we were really surprised to see that the parasites were reproducing in the winter. We hadn't really sampled very much in the winter, so we really didn't have the data to say anything at all, and we're just now beginning to get those data. So we still can't say much about what happens in the winter with only one season, but we do know the parasites are staying around, which is very exciting, and we'll see what this winter brings.
We also found way more grass shrimp. Some traps had over 1,000 shrimp.
We get maybe 1 or 2 grass shrimp per collector in the summer, and so when there were close to 1,000 in some of the collectors, it was a big surprise.
This year, we also started performing plankton tows twice a month. Our scientists are interested in looking at zoea, which are one of the larval stages of mud crabs that float through the water column. By learning more about where in the Rogue River zoea are located, we hope to learn more about the numbers of larval mud crabs and how they correspond to numbers of mature mud crabs throughout the Chesapeake Bay. During the plankton tow, water flows through the net and we record how much water by using a flow meter. Because we know the distance of the tow, we are able to tell how much zoea there is per cubic meter of water.
So if we catch 100 zoea, what does that mean? It means we caught 100 zoea. It's a lot better to be able to say we caught 100 zoea, and because we know how much water went through the net, that means we had 6 zoea per cubic meter, for example.
This is important because it standardizes our measurements and we are able to compare them across sites.
I'd like to thank all the volunteers who come out. This project would not be possible at this level without you, and it wouldn't be nearly as fun. So thank you so much.